ciao everybody, welcome back to Makeup and Beauty Talks with Marta. And first of all, Happy New Year, Happy 2022. Hopefully we will have an amazing year. We will focus on ourselves, on our health, on our passions and the loved ones that we have in our life. I really wish all the best for everyone. In the video of today, I want to share with you how my makeup changed during the years. So how it changed from my 20s, 30s, and now that I am 41 in my 40s. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just apply a really quick makeup and I am gonna share with you what are, in my opinion, the 10 important tips on how to not look older with makeup. We want to avoid over enhancing anything of those changes that we are seeing. So stay with me. We will have 10 easy steps. You don't have to, to use all of them. So we start with the first one that is not really about application, but it's really about knowing what are your tools and what are your features. So how is your face? What are the things that you want to show? What are the points that you want to avoid to showing off too much? So when you know everything about that, you can actually get into different techniques, because not everything is good for everybody. So that's my first thing, knowing yourself and know your features. Second tip is avoid moisturizer and primer. So always wear moisturizer first, SPF after, and then also your primer. Because of that, I already have my moisturizer on. I will just, and my SPF as well. I'll just go with the Milk Hydro primer. This is the Hydro Grip, primer. I have to say, you see, in this case, when I tried the first time this primer, it was maybe 3-4 years ago. When it came out, actually, maybe it was not even 3-4 years ago, but when I tried the first time, I didn't like it at all. I didn't like how it was sitting on my face. I didn't like how my my foundation was getting on this one. So see, that's one of the example on how we change during the years. Now I have to say I like it quite a bit. It's making me feeling fresh and hydrated and plump, but at the same time it's a little bit sticky. So I just wait maybe a minute before I get into the foundation. The third tip is avoid to overdo your foundation. So we are getting mature, let's say this way. Our skin is mature, so our skin is getting more of the texture. Sometimes is more dry, sometimes even more sensitive, or anyway is reacting in a different way with the foundation. Do not cake up the foundation. So it's always good to work on layers, starting with the really light layer and then adding in there. I will just go and mix the Synchro Skin Finish Self-Refreshing, from Shiseido and the Pat McGrath. So the Shiseido, I am wearing the 230 and the Pat McGrath is the light medium 30. Why I'm mixing those two? It's because the Pat McGrath, it's really liquidy. I'm shaking it. The Shiseido, it's a little bit more thicker and it's a little bit more light. in terms of the color, and the Pat McGrath is a little bit more dark too. I will just start with the really light layer. I have a small spatula that I actually use in the case that I am mixing different of different colors or different foundation. I go with my beauty blender. As you see, it's already showing and it's already covering, and I don't want to create anything that is too much. And this is actually bringing me to the next tip, that is, do not forget about your neck. Always bring down a little bit of your foundation, also your ears, for example, and this part of the neck, just bring it down. So that's gonna be my foundation. For me, it's gonna be okay like this. I will actually take you a little bit closer. There we are. Number 5 is gonna be a very similar about concealer. I have to say about concealer, I even changed the technique of how I apply it. So I'm gonna go first with a shade. Well, first of all, I'm gonna go with the Pat McGrath one. I love those concealer. It is important about the concealer that you don't use a concealer that is too thick for you, and also the application on where you actually apply the concealer. Not too thick, because we don't want the concealer to cake or to get into the fine line. Don't go for the, I want to say, Instagram, YouTuber, V or something like this. And I will explain you really easily. I learned this from Wayne Goss, the magic Wayne Goss. When we are obviously in our 40s, etc., we do have, when we smile, we do have more of our fine line over here and also over here. So we don't want to have anything that the fine lines will get grip into. Okay, so the most important thing is to cover the blue or purple, or whatever it's the color of your dark circle. As you see, it's more in the internal part and up to here. This is where we really want to place the concealer. I will first go with the number 11, that is more peach orangey color, and that's what I apply. I will leave it for maybe a minute or so. I will just jump into the next tip. Do not skip the brows. So as you see, the brows now are very, very bland. So it depends on you, depends on how many brows do you have, how many steps do you want to use. Just use your normal technique, but do not forget about it. If you want to go really easy and fast, just go with a brow gel. This is the one, Express Brow from Maybelline. I am trying this one for the first time. Well, I started to use it last week, really, and I have to say I like it. Now I'm gonna go back to my concealer, warm by the skin, and to sit on the skin, because it will be easier to blend. As you see already the difference from this eye, and that is applied but not blended. And there would be always one eye, at least for me, there is always one eye, and it's most of the time is my right eye. That is actually, it's more pronounced, the dark circle. After you go with a concealer that it can be a little bit more of color corrector, as I put, you can put a little bit of concealer to highlight, just to give that light again. I am gonna use still the Pat McGrath concealer, but this is the number 6. Again, I'm gonna use on the same point as before. There would be a technique to use it also on this side, on the side of the eyes. Sometimes I use it because I don't have that many yet, that many of fine lines. So it's up to you if you want to use it to create a little bit of the lifting, and I will show you now. Do the strange face, make sure that everything is blended, and now we can go on the side to create that kind of lifting effect. On the other side you can apply the powder, but I do it later, I will show you later. Number 7, well, this is number 7 and number 8 together. It's blush and contour. Okay, because of how how we are aging, we know that everything for the gravity law, it's gonna go lower, right? One of the mistake is to keep and to put your blush or your contouring too low. So if you want to lift, and because we want to lift, we have to put everything a little bit higher. Also, don't use the smiling kind of a tip, because if you smile, yeah, we would put our blush here and then it's coming down, because we are not smiling, even though we would love to, but we are not smiling 24/7, right? Know your features, your face, and how you moving the face. Do not put it too low. We are gonna go first with contour. We are gonna also, the bonus tip, the number 8, is do not follow just the one way of putting contouring that we can see everywhere, like in Instagram, in the YouTube or TikTok, whatever is the social platform that you are following. The features of our face are different. Not everybody will need the contour here and here, because not everybody have the same features. So if you want to sculpt a little bit your cheekbones, obviously yes, you will put it here. But if your forehead is already lower, you don't want to put contouring. Maybe you want to do the jawline. Maybe your jawline is already squarish, so you don't want to make that jawline in that way. I'm gonna do first of all, I'm gonna use Westman Atelier contour stick. This is and I love this. This is the Face Trace Contour Stick Truffle. For me, yes, I want to do a little bit of contour on my temple, because I want to create that more elongate, but at the same time, as we said, I don't want to go down here as I was maybe doing a few years ago. I will go a little bit up, and I will go here, and I will go almost parallel to this. That's gonna be my contour, and just a little bit, as you see, like here is just a little bit, because I think, you know, my jawline is already a little bit on the squarish side. For the nose, I'm gonna use first the smaller sponge, and the nose is up to you, really. How do you want to do it? For me, I want to create just a little bit smaller on my nostril. Then I'm going back with my beauty blender, and I'm gonna blend, and then I'm gonna go with my forehead. As you see, also we put the contour just on top of where we put the highlight part with our concealer on the side, and that's gonna help also to create that lifting. Obviously, when we go for our cheekbones, we want to contour and we want to blend upwards, like so. Going back to the blush, we want to apply a blush that we are actually feeling comfortable with it. For today, I am gonna apply a lovely new blush. This is Pat McGrath that is called Electric Bloom. That's the color. When you actually blend it, it's really, really good. And as you see, I am gonna go just above the contouring. And I'm also creating that kind of line going upward. If you feel that is too much, you can just go back with your beauty blend. The number 9 is do not highlight everywhere. Okay, so choose again your features and how and where do you want to highlight. In this case, for the highlighter, I want to use the Natasha Denona. I need a nude. I love this highlighter. When you place your highlighter, I like to place it on the highest point of my cheekbone, on the brow bone, and I will apply just a little bit in the middle of my nose. I will use it also on the cupid bow. In terms of your eyeshadow, that's gonna be another YouTube video. Actually, please let me know in the comments if you want to have something similar also for the eyeshadow application. I can show you also that. Today I will just use a very similar shadow of the of my contour, in this case like something like the Charlotte Tilbury, and I will just go to create my contour of the eyelid. I hope it's back. I was just getting the application of the mascara. Today it's strange, my camera is somehow doesn't want to work. So I got cut a couple of times. Mascara, it's very, very personal. I don't want to get too much into any tip. Last step for me, it's not, you know, a pro tip, or it's not a huge tip in this case, but is about the application of any kind of powder. Okay, so for me, powder needs to be less is more for the age that we are getting. So under eye, I like as usual to use my Pat McGrath. I am starting with my sponge first to double check I don't have any creasing, and in this way I know that I'm not applying too much. I'm gonna go into the Pat McGrath Light Medium 2 The Skin Fetish. In this case, I'm gonna use one of those puff here, the triangle. They work perfectly. I take and I remove a little bit of the powder, and then I really press it into my skin. So I'm not gonna swirl it in this case when I want just everything to stay, when I know that I don't want to do too much. And I don't do it everywhere, I just do it where I know that I need. So that's basically it. We are just using this one from Suko, and this is the Comfort Lip Fluid Glow, the number 07. What I want to say anyway is that everyone is different. Everyone likes makeup in a different way. Thank God makeup is really a part of our lives where we do it. If we don't like it, we wash it away. Everyone can do it as they want. If you like it in a different way because you like what you see, you feel comfortable, you feel empowered, that's it. That's the most beautiful thing, right? I just wanted to share what were my thoughts and my process, thinking about how I change my way to apply makeup on myself. I really hope that you enjoy this quick YouTube video today. I really want to say thank you again for following me, for watching my videos. Please give a thumbs up to this video. It's helping me a lot to grow my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, share with your friends, and I hope to see you soon. Ciao!